Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear students. In another lesson, this is our last lesson for our unit, All Kinds of People. Today, inshallah, we will cover lesson 12, for, meaning, and function. This is what we are covering in our lesson today. Before we start, let's recall what we covered in our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we covered the reading. We talked about the Vision 2030. And we discussed the main themes of the vision, and we fill out the chart. After reading the vision, we fill out this chart with these themes in it. Also, for exercise B, you have to write down your own vision of either your school or your city. I chose, this is as a sample, I chose to write about the vision of Riyadh, and we read the vision together. Inshallah, today in our lesson, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to use can, could, and may in a meaningful statement. So you have to use these words in a meaningful statements, okay? طيب, before we start, I gave you a homework. Page 106. Answer the questions, use your own information. So you have to answer it based on you, okay? We have these main questions. What do I like to do? School subjects, activities outside school, etc. So what do I like to do? You have to write 3 statements. The second question, what things are important to me? Write 3 topics. These just to help you: environment, traveling, health, entertainment, etc. The third question, what kind of person am I? So you have to hear this to describe yourself: talkative, energetic, clever, etc. You can use any adjectives. You can refer to the language in context, lesson 4. We have a table full of adjectives you can use in this question. What is a job that would be good for me? Then you have to answer this question after you answer all of these. Let's see the sample I wrote it about myself. You have to write your own, okay? For the first question, what do I like to do? I like to surf the internet. I like to write. I like to talk to people. These are the things I like to do, okay? The second question, what things are important to me? Gathering information. I really care about health. I really care about being successful. So health and success and information are really important things to me. What kind of person am I? I'm a curious person, hardworking person, a talkative person. Okay, this is the adjectives I use to talk about myself, to describe myself. So what is the job that would be good for me? Maybe a reporter. Since I like to talk a lot and I like to talk to people, then maybe a reporter will be a good job for me. Now you have to do something similar and then decide which job you think it's going to be good for you. For the writing, after we fill out all these information, you have to change the information into writing, okay? How to write a paragraph? Write about one of the jobs that would be good for you. Explain why this is a job that would be good for you. You have to give explanations and reason why do you think this job is good for you. My kind of job. So you have to write a paragraph. Let's read the sample here. A job as a reporter would be good for me. Reporters have to write. In fact, reporters who are good and successful love to write. A reporter is also someone who likes to do research, particularly on the internet. And a reporter who likes to talk to people and who is curious is usually the best kind of reporter. All of these things are things that I like to do and that I am good at. So I transfer the information, the things I like to do, into writing, and the job I think you should do into writing. I'm sure you did something much better than this one. You have to share your writing with your class, read it. Maybe you can change books to correct for each other and then share it with your teacher. Okay, for our lesson today, page 31, you can't find these. I want you to imagine that you are in a classroom. Imagine you're sitting in a classroom. Suddenly you have a stomach ache or you have a headache. You have something and you cannot stay in classroom. Okay? What should you do? Okay? Imagine that you have a toothache, a severe one, and you are in class and you can't focus, you want to cry. Okay? Or you are sick or very tired. What should you do? What do you think you should do? You are in class and the teacher is explaining the lesson and you are really in pain. What should you do? Excellent. Ask the teacher, tell the teacher, excuse me, I really have to go. Can I leave the class? Can I go call my parents, for example? Can I leave the class? Can I go to the bathroom? You ask them for permission. What would you do? You will ask them for permission, or you request something. Miss, can I have a Panadol? May I be excused from the class, for example? So we use permissions, we ask for permissions or requests using these three words, okay? Can, may, and could. Could I, may I, can I, okay? These words we use it to ask for permissions and request. If you look at your books now, page 31, can, may, and could, we use the modal verbs, we call them modal verbs, can, may, and could, to ask for permission, to ask for permissions, okay, as we said. طيب, let's read the examples on our books. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? May I ask you a question? Can, could, and may, usually they are not different from each other, okay? But there is a small difference. We will discuss the difference between the three words. So here we have can, and then we have the pronoun. After that, we have the verb in the base form, like ask, speak, and make, okay? Can I ask you for a question? When you are agreeing, saying yes, you say, yes, of course, or certainly, or sure, or all right. You can use any of these to agree, say yes. And you can use any of these to refuse, say no. Like for example, maybe if you ask your teacher to leave, may I leave the class? Maybe your teacher, I'm sorry, but we are almost done. You have to wait 5 minutes. Or that's not possible. We're almost done, for example. Or I'm afraid, and you complete that sentence. This is the way you refuse, you say no. And how you say yes. Another question, may I speak to the manager? May I speak to the manager? Like for example, if you are in a restaurant, you ask the waitress, may I speak to the manager? You want to make a complaint. Maybe they say, certainly, sure, and they go tell him to come up. That's not possible. The manager is not here right now. Maybe he's not in the restaurant. He's not here. Okay? Another example, could I make a reservation? You want to make a reservation. You want to book a room or a table. You want to make a reservation. All right, or I'm afraid we are full. There is no available tables, for example. This is how we say yes. This is how we say no. طيب, what is the difference between can, may, and could? Usually, may and could, they have a more formal tone to it, okay? We use it in formal situations. We don't say, can I? When you're talking to your teacher, you want to be more polite, more formal. When you're talking to your boss, your mother, your father, you have to be very respectful, صح? So you say, may I or could I, okay? Instead of can, okay? Can, we use it when we're talking with friends and siblings. okay? Also, there is another difference. May, we use it only with I and we. These are the only pronouns we use it with. Like, may I go? May we, okay? But you cannot say, may you, okay? May they. لا, we only use it with I and we, okay? But with can and could, we can use it with all other pronouns, okay? This is the difference between the three words. Also, sometimes we use would to make polite requests when you are request something in a very polite way. Like, I would like to book a room. I would like to go to a restaurant, okay? So we use would like we use it for polite requests when we are requesting something, okay? I would really like to eat pasta, okay? If someone asks you what do you want for dinner or for lunch, okay? Now let's look at the exercises on our book, page 31. The first, here you complete the telephone conversation. All of these, I think 4 conversations are all used in a telephone. You call the place, okay? Then practice them with a partner. When you are asking for information, this telephone, a person who called a bank. Someone is calling the bank, okay? When they are calling, they say, good morning, Greenwich Bank. Hello, I please speak to the manager. When you say here, what can we use? What can we use to complete the question? Can we say, can I? Can we say, may I? Can we say, could I? Yes, we can use all 3. You can say, may I please speak to the manager? Can I please speak to the manager? Or could I please speak to the manager? All 3 can work here, okay? And number 2, so here they say the manager is busy at the moment. Maybe they say, sorry, the manager is busy, or I'm afraid. Look at the table. They say many ways to refuse. Which one are you going to use? You can say, sorry, the manager is busy, or I'm afraid the manager is busy right now. I'm afraid not. You can't talk to the manager. So you can say anything, okay? So here, help you with something. So here they can say, the manager is busy at the moment. Can I help you with something? Or may I help you with something? Or could I help you with something? All 3 can work here, okay? There is no difference. So if we see I here, so there is no difference between the 3. You can use all 3. No, thank you. Well, if you, what do we say when we want to make a polite request? Do you remember? If you would like to leave your name and phone number, I will ask him to call you. Okay, this is the polite request for the phone number. So this is what we will write. If you can say if you want, or if you would like to, okay? Sure, my name is, you leave your name, you can reach me at, and then you leave your telephone number. Let's see the answers here. So as we said, for number 1, you can use may, could, or can. For number 2, you can say, I'm sorry, the manager is busy, or any word from the way you say you refused a request. And for number 3, you can use also may, could, or can help you with something. Then A here, well, if you would like to, or if you want to leave your name and telephone number. Sure, my name is Sultan, for example. He can reach me at, and then you put the phone number. Okay, this is for A. Now let's look together at B. Making a reservation. Here, they are calling a hotel. Someone is calling a hotel. You're making a reservation. You want to book a room in a hotel, okay? Making a reservation. Like here, A, White Hotel, good afternoon. This is how they responded to the telephone. Hello, to book a room for 14th and 15th. So you can say you are politely requesting. You say I would like to or I want to. You can use either of these words. I would like to or I want to book a room. 2, when you are agreeing, do you see the phrases? You can say sure, of course, absolutely. You can say yes, you can. And how many guests will that be for? Just one. And then here you are asking for something else. I also have breakfast, please. So you can say can I, may I, or could I, okay? Sure, the price is, you can write any number per night. And you can say can I have your name, may I have your name, or could I have your name and credit card number. Then you write your name and the credit card number. Let's see the answers together. As we said, number 1, would like or want. And A, this is how we agree or saying yes, certainly, of course, sure. And how many guests will that be for? Just one. May I or could I or can I also have breakfast, please? Sure, the price is 100. You can write any number. There is no right or wrong answer here. May I have your, or could I, or can I have your name and credit card? You write the name Saeed and or your name and the write any number for a credit card, okay? This is for part B. Now moving on to C, we have 2 more conversations. So this conversation is related to ordering a taxi. You call to order a taxi, okay? Speedy cabs, how can we help you? How could we help you, or may we help you? B, hello, I, what? You are requesting something. You say I would, excellent, I would like to, or I want to. I want a taxi to the airport, please. Give me your name, address. You can say yes, sure, of course, anything. And then you say, could you give me, or can I, or could you give me, or would you give me, or your address. B, yes, it's, and then write your address. All right, a driver will be there in 10 minutes. That's great. And then you complete it, say thank you, complete the conversation, okay? Now let's see the answers together. Speedy cabs, how can I, may, can, and would, can work with we. And hello, I would like or I want a taxi. And here, do you remember what we said about may? May, can we use it with you? Can you say, may you give me your address? لا, we only use could and can, okay? You give me your address. Yes, it's Jeddah District 12, House 3, for example. All right, a driver will be there in 10 minutes. That's great, thank you. Or see you then, or just finish the conversation. So the last conversation we have here, you are calling a medical clinic. You're calling a medical clinic to make an appointment, okay? Pinwood Medical Clinic, please speak, and you want to book an appointment. Hello, my name is, and you write your name. I'm Dr. Green's patient. May I or could I make an appointment to see the doctor on Tuesday morning? If they say, here they say that that we don't have any available appointments. So did they agree or refuse the request? They refuse. So they can say sorry, or I'm afraid that we don't have any available appointments on Tuesday. How about Wednesday morning? Let me see. Could you, do you want to, or would you would you like to come at 9 o'clock? Yes, that will be fine, and thank you, okay? Let's see the answers together for the last exercise. So my name is for any name, Hind. May I or could I or can I? make an appointment to see the doctor on Tuesday morning. I'm afraid that we don't have any available appointments. And A, let me see, would you like or do you want to come at 9 o'clock? Yes, that would be or will be fine, thank you. Okay, this is it for can and could and would. We learned the difference between these three words and how do we use it to make requests and permissions, okay? This is what we covered today. We fill out the conversation. We practice how we use these words. Now for our fun fact part for today, we are talking about the oldest turtle here. The oldest known living land animal is the tortoise, named Jonathan. This is the name of this turtle, who is 187 years old. He was born in the 1832 and has lived on the island of St. Helens. This is the island he lived in the Atlantic Ocean since 1882. This is the information we have for the fun fact part. That's it for today. Thank you for listening, and inshallah I will see you in next class.